Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mario Forever, the SNES version. Last time, I've been meandering through this. I've just been like chatterboxing. I'm a bit of a chatterbox sometimes, but I hope that's an endearing and not an annoying trait. If that was an annoying trait, my god, you must hate me. Y'all must hate me. But, it's just like, we're all chill here. We're all friends, right? Right? It's just my general philosophy. I have this philosophy of, like, I'm friends with people. I'm friends with everybody until they tell me that we're not friends anymore. Which happens more often than I would like. Generally, the whole perception, because a lot of my interactions nowadays are online, because, current year and everything. Not just current year, because where I live is generally pretty lax, but, like, lax about current year stuff, but not even that. I've always just been like, I've shifted a lot of my interest away from like real life interactions. Not because like I went through a phase where everything was like almost everything was real life interactions, and it was fun and cool. But like it's kind of like opens yourself when you put yourself out there. There's like a chance things can go wrong. And things have gone wrong multiple times in multiple different kinds of ways. Oh god, I gotta make this jump. And I didn't. So I'm kind of shifting my, like, perspectives right now into something more introverted, I guess. I'm pretty ambiverted as a person, but I'm shifting towards a more introverted lifestyle for my own peace of mind. It's also kind of lonely, because, it's just, like, for the past, like, 6, 7, 8 months is like I've been living the single life, and that's like kind of wild because I'm out of a 4-year relationship, so that's like a really long time. So it's just like shifting towards living by myself and doing things on my own. I kind of went a little nuts, and that's just how life goes and everything. And I went a little nuts, and I opened myself to disaster, and everything. It's like, whatever, man. The bygones past, not fun stuff. Why am I talking about it? I'm retching. But yeah, so shifting towards a more introverted lifestyle and living is interesting. It's really, really interesting, and it's like kind of lonely at the same time. Because I'm like, I like interacting with people in like complex and interesting ways. So it's just like I get to like the point where I am at now. Yeah. And it's like, it's different. That's the best thing. It's like adjusting to like loneliness and by yourselfness while also going to work. It's interesting. It's something I have to readjust myself to. It's something I was used to when I was younger, but I have to readjust now. Because it's like, that's something about me that I think is hard to articulate to people that have never, like, don't know what it's kind of like. Where the general area of my life, where I live and everything, is kind of, that was disastrous. My upbringing was rather sheltered. My, like, parents were, like, determined to, like I said in previous episodes, I went to, like, a private Christian school and all that stuff. My parents were, like, determined to, like, box me in this, like, isolative existence. Like, it was like we lived alone. There's no kids in my neighborhood, so it's not like I was able... I can't even do the Mario 1 thing where I run across. Okay, if you want me to jump, game, I'll jump. So I lived a pretty isolated existence. I wasn't really allowed to, like, for a long time, to hang out at friends' houses for, like, extended periods of time. And that was really dumb. Why'd I do that? The nuclear waffle messed me up. Eventually I was able to, like, hang out at friends' houses more when I got older, but there's, like, a lot. There's, like, a lot of things. So it's just, like... social skills were something that are really hard for me to develop. And, yeah, and that's like social cues and social, like, development was really tough for me because of that. And that's just how life goes. I can sit there and say how much I hate my parents for doing that, but ultimately they were doing what they thought was right. And I can't fault people for these jumps. My god! I can't fault people for that. So it's like, I think there gets a point when you get to, like, a certain age, you start... I am humiliated. Should I just shut up and focus? Would you be more entertained if I did that? I don't know. That's the thing is, like, I want to, like, if anyone comments, I want to, like... just want to be entertaining. I want to make people happy. That's why I'm here, is to make people happy. You know? That's what I'm here for. But yeah, what I was about to say is there's like a point in your life where you stop hating your parents for the mistakes that they have made when they had good intentions. When it comes to like different things about my parents had their own kind of like shenanigans going on. You know, I have 3 younger siblings. I'm the oldest, so things were always hectic. So it's just like they had their own. My parents had their own stuff going on in their lives and everything. It was just like, yeah, they were not perfect. Obviously, nobody's perfect. So it's like, but I can't sit there and hate them. You know, it's like that'd be really unfair. Now, I can really dislike my mother for just being an awful person even later in life as an adult. And so she's not in any of her... Going back. That was like... Can I get mushrooms, please? No? Okay. Yeah, there's like a thing with my mother, like none of her kids want to interact with her, and that's kind of mean, but like, I have to make those jumps again, don't I? Oh my god, I gotta get more again, oh my god. But I don't want to talk about miserable shit, let's not talk about mommy issues, that's dumb. But I don't have anything else to talk about currently. I'm in World 4. Is there 8 worlds? I think there's 12. I read on the page for the hack that there was 12 worlds. Plus bonus stuff, but I don't know if I want to touch the bonus stuff, you know? That's like... Bonus stuff is bonus stuff, and I don't know how into it I'd be. Because the physics in this game aren't what I'm used to. Obviously, the physics are really messing with me. Really messing with me, like, my good golly gosh, goody gumdrop god. Gumdrop gods, you know? Yeah, this is like, should I just stop recording and just get past that and just get to the end? I don't know. I don't understand what's so difficult about these flippin' jumps. I guess they say white boys can't jump. White people can't jump, and I guess that's what they do. I describe myself as white boy, but it's like, whatever. We can go into semantics all we want. That's like like cultural semantics. Like, that's like a huge thing about like modern, like not modern society. Society's always been like that, where it's like semantics are important, and not important in a sense like okay. Semantics are important in a sense where it's like people want to control how we address things and say things and all this other stuff as like a social power game, you know? So it's like, oh, words and words and words. You can't say this word, I can say this word, but you can't. And, oh, you know, this word is like, this is how you address me, and this is how we do this. It's all just power games, and I hate power games. Like, power games, like social power games, piss me off more than you will ever understand. And that is just like, I'm sure you, that's mean of me to say. Of course you'll understand, because I'm sure a lot of people hate social power games as much as I do. Yeah, boss theme! This egregiously terrible boss theme. Okay, it's not egregiously terrible, it's okay, it just hurts my ears. It's just the same boss over and over again. That was crap. You know it was crap. Gotcha! Now I have to be careful when I jump. I'm small again. There's no twerking anymore. Whoa, okay, things of the dichotomy of this conflict has changed. Gotcha. Okay, one more hit. Come on, one more hit for either of us. It's you or me. And it was me. I won. I don't have to do that level ever again in my life. I'm happy. Very happy. But yeah, social power games just drive me insane. Like, complete butternuts insanity. It's just not fun. I don't like it. It's just like this whole thing about, like, I noticed with, like, people is, like, everyone has this obsession of having power over others. And it just bums me out. But that's what everyone wants. Everyone wants to believe that, like, they're the moral arbiter and the other is like dumb or evil or bad, and it's just I don't like that. It's just insane to me. Now it's me, the moral paragon myself, who's above such trifling matters. Yeah, but you know, you get one. I'm sorry. Let me just take a minute to appreciate this. Now that's jammin'. Ah, call me peanut butter, because this is my jam. I was not anticipating this. That's what I'm talking about. I think I'm getting into the physics now. You saw I'm making these tricky jumps. Never mind. Let's not acknowledge my successes. Let's acknowledge my failures exclusively. But wow. I see what I have to do. I'm not happy with the things I have to do. Oh, that's not good. And here's the thing with like ROM hacks, fan games, and all this other stuff. I typically try to avoid a lot. Because here's the thing, like, everyone wants to believe that they can make a game. You know, everyone thinks that they understand how games work. But that is aggressively untrue, and we see that with like Super Mario Maker especially. Again, in the same spot. Whatever, just roll with it. Where people like think like hard equals good. Kaizo shit. I hate Kaizo stuff. Kaizo stuff drives me completely insane. Alright. Yeah, I can get behind that. The whole philosophy behind like Kaizo development of like ROM hacks and everything is just like, I find aggressively awful. Like a good example, and something in the sphere of I understand, is like Pokemon ROM hacks, like I was mentioning earlier. A lot of modern Pokemon ROM hacks put too much focus on high-level play in Pokemon. And I'm sure most people aren't aware of like how Pokemon high-level play works, but I find it just antithetical to fun. Now, in these ROM hacks defense, like Inclement Emerald and Radical Red and stuff, there is like this philosophy of like altering like EVs and IVs really easily and efficiently, and that's good. That's like at least... No? Okay. So at least they make the more awful part of Pokemon raising kind of... They lighten the blow of that a little bit, but there's also fundamentally like competitive like turn-based RPG is a complete chaos to me. The whole concept of a competitive turn-based RPG just melts my brain, and I'm not really a fan of it. I mean, I played Pokemon semi-competitively before. Gross. Gross! I say semi-competitively, as in me and my friends who are competing with each other, and my Mega Lopunny dominated, I'll be honest with you. Male Mega Lopunny, don't get me wrong. Of course, I am a person of culture. So... yeah, whatever. I'm cool with it. I would be mad, but that just means I get to listen to this jam more, so... let's roll with it. But yeah, so there's just like this thing where it's like ROM hacks are made to cater to the highest level players, typically because they're made by like high level players. Typically the person to make a ROM hack is somebody who's really passionate about like a game. If they want to hack it, you know, they've got to be like super passionate about the game. So I get that, and they want to exemplify their passion in this project, a passion project if you will, and that's cool. I can respect that. But there has to be like this whole thing where it's like kind of like we have to understand when it comes to fun game design and everything that there is a limit, you know? Like I remember when I was in game development with this guy who's director, we were working on this indie game that was like an underwater Metroid. And he was like really into puzzle platformers. That was his repertoire of game design, was puzzle platformers. So not the best programmer for the job, I get that. But it was interesting. And what you do is there was like one zone area. I pressed A, but whatever. I'm not mad. Same spot I died earlier, but whatever. But yeah, so there's like, remember the third world in the game, third area to enter. Which, I was the writer, I got to this. I was like the story writer and scenario and concept writer, and I worked on that kind of stuff in the back end. I was not in the programming sphere, but I also did testing, because we were a small team. And I was the person who was like, I was told how things were kinda, but I had no idea how things, connected. So I'd test the areas, and I got to the third area, which is the puzzle platformer area, the director's passion project area. And, I just, get there, and there's these puzzles. And I'm not the brightest person when it comes to, like, video game puzzles and stuff, so I sat there for a minute, I tried to solve the puzzles, but what I inadvertently did was just found ways to circumvent the puzzles. And he looked at me for a minute, he's just like, what? And I was like, yeah, I solved the puzzle. Like, no, you completely circumvented it. And I was like, I solved the puzzle then. And it became this huge thing where we had to redesign the place a lot. The place had to be redesigned multiple times because I kept, like, trying to, like, say no to puzzles. I kept trying to say, puzzles bad. What am I supposed to do? What is this level? What am I doing? So it was really funny to see this area constantly being forced to change around specifically my whole, like, mental capabilities exclusively. Where I tried to solve puzzles and I just instead chose the path for me that was of least resistance, which happened to be not dealing with the puzzles at all. I think that's just a funny story about game development, But yeah, I think that's just interesting, But the biggest thing why he wanted me to test it is, I'm not known for being the best at games. I think we see that. I always have a history of being aggressively awful, except in very specific, like, areas of almost savantism. So it's just, like, interesting. Like, I'm like, you ever seen the movie, The Wizard? I can be like that in very specific scenarios. So, but in general, I'm always, like, not the best. Okay, that works. This level keeps going. How much more puzzle shenanigans? This level's full of puzzles. That's interesting. I like that idea, but it's just exhausting. Oh my god. Why do that jumps like that? It's like those jumps are made specific. Gonna take you for a ride. I had to make sure, I had to make sure it was safe. This level has messed with my head enough, I had to make sure it was safe. But the reason why he had me test those levels is to make sure the layman could do it. Because, he was like, it's my game. I know what I'm doing. I can plow through all the challenges without thinking. But for me, it was like, okay, solve these puzzles. Is this another good jam? It's starting to be a little quiet for a second. I'm kind of digging this. Alright. Alright. I see what you're going with this. Okay. You have my attention. Nice. I am thoroughly impressed. Yeah. My god. That's incredible. Gonna go back in for a double dip there. Like, the build-up is, like, slow build-up. Really slow build-up. But then it just keeps building up, and then it just goes, and it just amps itself, and it's just like, yeah, alright. I really appreciate this. This is like an appreciated development. This right here makes everything worthwhile. One more try this episode. One more try. One more try. Just as an excuse to just like bump to that, you know? This is the last episode of this I'm going to record today, so I might as well just bump to it. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, it's so good. Like, I shat on the boss music of this game because I've already fought 4 bosses, but, like, this is on another level. This is exactly what I want to hear. Like, not expecting this for a Mario ROM hack, but, like, it's not exactly not welcome, you know? It's not exactly like I can sit there and go, I don't want to hear this at all. It doesn't fit the aesthetic or atmosphere, but, like, who cares? If something is this good, that's the same spot. Whatever. I'll just get game over, and that's where things will end. I hope my failure is entertaining. Mostly my rambling. We're here mostly for ramblings, I guess. So I'll see y'all next time. Same time, same place. Adios.